Well, we're presenting him $200,000 check, and we're also presenting the crystal trophy that's behind me that's worth about $6,000. But we're presenting to him history. It's the first ever World Championship, and it's quite unique.
So he calls me November of 2001. I'm hanging out in my office, and he's like, "What are you doing?" So I'm getting a little work done, and I'm watching the World Series of Poker on TV. He's like, "I'm doing the same thing." And he goes, "That's what we should do for fantasy football." "What do you mean? Like, that's what we should do?" He's like, "We should do a high stakes event, you know, $1,000 plus to get in. We should do it at Vegas. We should do it at one of the big properties." And he's talking, and I'm thinking, like, this is, you know, he sounded kind of crazy, you know? And then I thought, he sounded crazy, you know, there's like stupid crazy or holy shit crazy, and then crazy like, you know, that's good crazy. And it started to be like, yeah, that's crazy, but that's good crazy.
The World Championship of Fantasy Football was truly a game changer for the industry of fantasy football. Before the World Championship of Fantasy Football started, you never imagined hundreds upon hundreds of people coming to all draft in the same event, in the same town, on the same day. It showed a lot of different things. First off, the live event itself, and I was there at one of those in the early years, and seeing all the energy and the camaraderie and the community that formed around people that had never met before from all different walks of life and all over the country was truly amazing.
We just asked people like, hey, if we had this event and we described the event, would you be willing to come out and pay over $1,000 in September, first week of September? Would you be willing to come out and draft and participate? And the response was overwhelming.
And I think it really opened the door, not just for high stakes contests, which is to this day a thriving part of our industry. And it spawned a lot of competitors, it spawned a lot of imitators, you know, and created a community that is still strong today. But it also, I think, paved the way for daily fantasy. And a big part of daily fantasy are those live events that you see DraftKings and FanDuel and Draft and some of the other companies do. And so that all started with Lenny and Emil in the World Championship of Fantasy Football.
And what really made it successful was, I think, that, you know, everybody emotionally bought into it. People in the industry were vested in it, which really was a great surprise to us.
It was truly innovative. I mean, that's the thing that I think people forget about is up until that point, other than the game becoming online and live scoring, there hadn't been a lot of innovation in the actual gameplay of fantasy football.
There's just a lot of awesome memories. And we're honored to win the award. The first year out of the gate, we're honored.